It is about time we head into the Hive, the final main location in the longest world of the game. It's been a long time coming, but we are here. We're about to head in, and our first objective is to not use Dark Nova or any of these other cards against some myth mobs. So, let's head on inside. Ooh. Sorry, we got a ladder and all that, so... Alright, Albino Lashers. Please do not Earthquake Gaming me. I am begging you. Who will be the first chatter? Let us see. Last time it was Shadow Parker. Does it go for 2 for 2? He's Bubbly Production this time around. What's up? What's up, your Bert? Welcome to the chat. Basilisk Gaming. So what's most likely going to happen is I'm going to record episode 20 in like 3 parts. The first one obviously is going to be the tree root bosses. Do I need more than this? I don't think I do. But yeah, it's going to be the tree root bosses, and then it's going to be... We didn't even make it 2 minutes into the stream, dude. Like, what are we doing? You didn't need to do that. Not going second. Dude. This is not off to a great start if we are dealing with server issues this early on. All I ask is that I be allowed back into the game. What's up, Heathen? Welcome to the chat. You gonna be farming galleries on stream? Yeah, I'm gonna be farming the tree root bosses after I record my first solo of them. Then I'm going to do, hopefully, I'll be able to solo the galleries bosses, and then I'm gonna stream that farm as well, and then from there I'm gonna record Morganth. And then, yeah, from there we're gonna end off the season. CBS is insane. Yeah, dude, I got a glorious Model I. Let me do a quick, let's do a quick speed test. Clickspeedtest.com. Alright, let's see. In 5 seconds, let's see. Okay, 20.4 CPS. Pretty good, I would say. Alright, let's load back into the game. What do you think about Wiz coming to console soon? I think that there's definitely better ways that they could have done it. Like, crossplay is pretty much needed, or else it's going to fail miserably. And it does not have crossplay in the current model, so... Yup. I think it's just not off to the greatest of starts, but it could be made better. I don't know how they eventually do that. I don't know how people butterfuck like while keeping their mouth still. You aim with your palm. That's how I always did it. The shape of the Model I is just a little weird. I didn't Because it's the only one that uses Glorious Core, which allows you to turn your debounce time all the way down to 0, so I can actually, you know, I can actually get 20 CPS consistent. Because I had the Model O before, like the wired Model O, and I could get really high clicks, but it was the difference between like 15 consistent and 20 consistent. Plus the Model O was getting a little old. I had it for about 4 years, so. By crossplay you mean the accounts, right? Yeah. And just the servers in general. So that way people on PC can play with people on console and vice versa. Because like, if they don't do that, that is how it fails. Like, nobody who already has an account is going to want to make a new account, and then the people that do make new accounts, they are going to, they're gonna, like, I don't know, get however far into the game, and then they're never gonna touch it again, because, or they'll get stuck on, like, a roadblock somewhere. Okay, the servers are gonna be so dead. That's the biggest issue to me. The Lords above have heard my cry for more Earthquake Gaming. I mean, yeah, dude, we've gotten more in the first 6 minutes of the stream of episode 19 than we have in really the last 6 or 7 episodes. I can't remember the last time it happened. But you got your wish.
You give me such a pain in my tail. Take your questions to Sly Claws.
Why do you bother, Sly Claws? You stand between the warp and the rift, the entrance to the glorious hive of the mighty spiders of the Arachna! No one can proceed without a quivering band. Elsewise, the mammoth arachnids over the web gates will devour you! Alive! If you want a quivering band, you'll need to brave the Warp Tower and ask Ekrovich Badblood, the Shadow Weaver Lord. Nicely.
Man, I'm for wishing that. Yeah, bro. Nah, I'd have it all the time in Avalon. So it's all good. I don't even know how the payment model is going to work for console, because you have to pay monthly to even access console servers. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. If they don't pack that in with membership, then it's, like, no point. But then you would need the membership to actually even log on with the game. So there would be no buying areas with crowns, there would be no free-to-play. Well, they couldn't market off of that. Okay, I can see that. Like the harder dungeons, people will get stuck for a minute. Yeah, it's like there's people who are good at soloing, but it's like it's just gonna be down to them after like Celestia, pretty much. Farming Waterworks, I imagine, is gonna be a pain. You're gonna have to find some dedicated Discord group to do all the bosses, that type of thing. So getting gear is gonna be near impossible. And then when you can't get good gear, it's like even the good players are going to eventually peter out at around Azteca or somewhere in there, just because they don't have the damage output or the survivability or anything of the sort. Ekrovich Badblood. Alright, Nathaniel's favorite. Coming up shortly. Alright.
Has the rat spy revealed anything about the location of the wizard? Wait, who are you? The wizard? How did you... Never mind. Die in the name of the shadow web!
I'm good. Definitely gonna be heavy on the feints. Do I have empowers? I have a couple. Yeah, definitely got to be heavy on these. I forgot. Cash, maybe cash cow, pack gambling. Yeah. Microtransactions will save this game, totally. It's like when they release raids on the EU servers, like there's barely 12 people in the entire server. Dude, I don't know how many of y'all know MJC. He's a Polish player and content creator. But he was telling me about how chalked the situation is on the EU servers. Like, there's nobody. It's like, it is mental over there. Not applying a singular blade until all the feints are in place. And you have the best meth in Chrysalis? Hell yeah. Y'all cook it up in the hive? I'm honestly kind of just waiting for an Ifrit. Like, it's gonna happen. Eventually. I'm already the most established fentanyl dealer in the spiral. Yeah. What's it gonna be? Medusa. Yup. Double round stun gaming. So I get to sit here with my dick in my hand until I'm not stunned anymore. Maybe I should eventually get around to making that video about, like, removing stuns. I think it could be a good idea. Is it my server trying to get the first VB win in Poland? Oh no, is it really that bad? He actually asked me a little bit ago about, like, advice for Ice PvP. And when I, like, he mentioned, like, Novus had just come out, and, like... Dude, for a moment there, I debated making an EU account. I'm gonna be so for real, because right after Novus release was when the 65 Colossus traps that came before the hit, that was a thing. Briefly after Novus came out. And that would have been just the best time to be an Ice. At least Dragoon AoEs aren't banned on the EU servers. Yeah, that's true. But who farmed Dragoon? Yeah, I really don't even know how that went.
Take the quivering band, light child. The rat spy? The long shadow mantises captured him sniffing around the Atrimental Gate. He suffers in the pit of despair.
Talk to Sly Claws. After I heal.
You survived! Rat prisoner? Yes, the bad rat. You want to go to the pit of despair? To
Yeah.
reach the pit of despair, pass through the web gate, through the way of gloom. Or you could just surrender to me. No, I didn't think so. You want to find the Warden Benthamic, an unfriendly sort. He is always scurrying, watching the prisoners. To find Warden Benthamic, you'll have to ask the Delving Goliaths. I'm sure they'll be very welcoming if you smile.
Oh yeah, I'll smile for them. At least they won't earthquake me. Though they can Ra, actually, so maybe I should keep some of these on deck. Mostly just as long as they don't have the health of a Royal Guard, I should be fine. I have an EU account in Poland servers. I still get emails in Polish. I can't read shit. The last person in my family who knew that was my grandpa. That's tough. Get him into it, for real. What keyboard? I've got a Corsair K100. Had it for a good, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years at this point. It is amazing. In my opinion, the best keyboard. Although I haven't really looked at many since I got this. Don't really need more, but, you know. It is rather loud. I'm aware of that. Yeah, there we go. Raw gaming. Y'all think I can still kill with 2 blades? I think it should be good. Huntsman Elite is a good option. Well, I mean, if I ever decide I need a new one.
Warden watches all from up there.
I see a cantrip chest.
You are the wizard that everyone is chittering about, are you not? Fascinating. No, I do not need to fight you. I am a creature of science and intellect, not war and violence. You wouldn't understand. You are looking for a rat spy. Let me think. We have so many guests. Ah, yes. I recall. The rat captain from Skull Island, whatever backwater hovel in a spiral that is. Let me give you the key to his cell.
Backwater hovel. I will not tolerate any Pirate 101 disrespect.
Salt blood, we are so hungry. You should not be here. Bite your face.
You wanna what? This world's such a slog. Arc 2 is trash. Yeah, it takes a while to play through. I've actually been here since episode 9, but don't worry about it. There we go. These things have slightly more health, so I don't think I can just Frost Giant, so I'll have to empower this off. Alright. Get them out of here before they rob me again. Yeah, Jay, from a story point of view, I think that the second arc is good. But the gameplay does... Like, this is where the gameplay is at its most repetitive, I feel like.
Very, very sorry to fight you just so hungry. You let us go? Many thanks, wise spellbinder. We escaped the hive!
Time to have a hard talk with Warden Benthomic.
Yeah, it's like if this was just like if Wiz was a book, I'm sure I would read it. But as a game, it's not too bad.
Did I send you to the wrong cell? So hard to remember them all, but you survived the savage barbarians. Fascinating. I'm sorry. Here, take this key. I swear, by the Shadow Queen, you'll find the Rat Captain contained within. And maybe something else. What? No, I didn't say anything. Stop glowering at me.
I'm gonna glower at you for a while longer. Look at me, Warden Benthomic. Oh, thank you for the sub. Okay, enough glowering. Let's go. Are you going to do Tartarus? I have done Tartarus, and I want to... Well, I think I would get
There
demonetized.
passed a weary time. Each throat was parched, and glazed each eye. A weary time, how glazed each weary eye.
I'll ask again, and again, and again. How did you get here? Where is the wizard? What is your plan?
When looking westward, I beheld a something in the sky.
What's that? Wait, who are you? Some new warlord sent by Warden Benthomic? No, you're the wizard!
What's the next blind pet to Mecca? Next time they run double pet XP. Gonna see what I can do with that. Don't go into that interrogation room. I think it's a trap. Oh no. I don't really want to get enfeebled, so I think it's just a blitz them down type strat. Playing recommended saying break like YouTube made for the song. Nah. Maybe like, you know, Miles or some shit. Okay, that's an infect. Just making sure. Okay, full send the giant. You know Miles, my blessed rapper. Absolutely. Okay, yep. That's why we put on the third feint. And still having fun. That is also why we packed 2 Frost Giants. 301 HP, my ass. Bro's blade stacking. You know, I just realized the Fortify made the difference between whether he lived or died from the first hit. Kind of mental.
Nobody expects to... Oh, never mind.
3% Pierce Jewel?
With throats unslaked, with black lips baked, we could not laugh nor cry. Through utter drought, all dumb we stood. I bit my arm, I sucked the blood, and cried, my old ally!
I'm definitely gonna need to get Pierce Jewels at some point. It's just I don't know if I can farm them before I get the Darkmoor deck, you know what I mean?
It has been too long, friend wizard. I appear to owe you again for freeing me from another waking nightmare. You're a good sort, wizard. How did I get here? Ahead of you? I took a shortcut, but that ain't worked out so well for me, huh? You're trying to reach the Shadow Queen. Come quick, come quick. I know this place. I've been here before. I can guide you. I'll show you how to beat her. This way. We go down and travel the way she can't see.
I do kind of like that they give you this ring. Because it's not, like, trash. It's actually pretty decent. So if you don't have the Alpha and Omega, you can use it.
We go in here. This pit of despair. The Warped Weaver holds the unlocking band we need.
I really hope there's not a boss behind this door. I'm pretty sure that there isn't. But if there is, like, bruh.
More volunteers? I do not know what will happen if I put you through the mutation chamber, but I'm willing to experiment.
Kinda just didn't need to say that. Alright, well since these are Nathaniel's favorites, I'm going to use the weak blade first. Did GTC blade not have that problem? Wet? Or you mean like just for more damage? I mean I could, but I would need to stock up on those and not really no point, you know what I mean? Alright, so guy number 1 could still Earthquake Gaming me, but I think there's a much higher chance that he goes for an Orthrus. Or at least some hits. Why do I bother, bro? I didn't get Earthquaked since, like, probably episode 10 or 11, and the game is just like, you know what? How about you have all of them right now? That sounds so cool and so epic. So anyway, I've got a backup idea. Technically speaking, I could be running a third blade. I just don't ever really uncheck it, you know? Yeah, it's 3 to take it down. And I'm very glad that I bubbled, because this is yet another earthquake. This is, I think, maybe the 5th or 6th since the start of the stream 30 minutes ago, so... Yeah, 3 within 90 days. One would be absolutely insane, yeah. So many people would be just chalked by it. But I don't need to, like, empower twice or something.
I did not expect you to be able to defeat a pair of savage Goliaths. You are most formidable. Luckily, I have more.
And luckily, I can use my blades this time. Yeah, one thing that I want to just tell y'all real quick. Okay, well, I pack the powers, so that's good. But on some of the videos that I've been making with, you know, this series and really anything that I do, like a sped up type deal with some, like, I don't know, lo-fi over it or something. Really glad I'm packing powers right about now. But whenever I'm doing those, I use songs by Lake Inspired and songs that I know don't have any content ID on them. And a couple of the Lakey songs have gotten claimed before. And I have disputed the claims. All of them have been, you know, released. Which means I'm fine to use them. But it's just going through the whole hassle every time. It's like, bruh. And there's songs that I literally avoid using. For part 1, I think it was, of the new Pirate series that I'm doing, I used a song that got claimed, and it wasn't the Lakey song, because none of Lakey's songs have any content ID on them. But you get the picture, pretty much. Bro was right, I stopped playing questing through Azteca again. Yup. Azteca, it's really something. I'm also pretty sure if you wanted to use like a Gucci Mane song, you probably could for your video, Greg. Just as long as it's not monetized, which, seeing as you hit 1,000 subscribers today, round of applause for Wizard101 in the chat. Everybody congratulate him on hitting 1K. But yeah, you should go ahead and get yourself monetized. You should definitely go do that, like, now. Because your gear guide, I know, is still getting used, so that's what's up.
Enough! Here is the band you need. But You'll find only terrors and abominations in the black hole.
Yes, good. The black hole. That is where our path must go. Long ago, I heard the Magi whisper its secrets. Down, down, down we must go into the black hole. That is how you'll beat her. With a weapon so powerful, the Magi hid it away. Go stand on the edge of forever and cry this thrice, Carlotta Akavatika!
You stand as close to the edge as you dare. Waves of vertigo threaten to knock you down. The whole pit seems to pulse. You do as Captain Coleridge bade, and cry, Carlotta Akavatika! Carlotta Akavatika! Carlotta Akavatika! A tiny yellow and brown spider descends on a silver web. In a blur of motion, she creates a web ladder.
What are you waiting for? Climb down! It will hold. I'll wait here.
Oh, well, you wait there. I'm going to start grabbing all the agave that's around. Also, just a funny little bit of info. Greg and I actually hit 1,000 subscribers exactly 11 months apart. I hit it on the 8th of January this year.
It was the rat captain that brought you here to the black hole. With his promise of power over the Shadow Queen, his promise of a secret weapon. But did you forget? Rats lie.
They do, and we have one in charge of the game's design. Ain't that sad? What is it with music companies and certain musicians just being so anal about their songs being used in YouTube videos? Yeah. I mean, most of them, even the companies, will just claim them rather than strike, but it's if you are monetizing your video and then using a song content ID, like, it'll just get... Basically, it'll just get claimed if they're not, like, AIDS about it, but... most people aren't. Does the accuracy on a card add with the accuracy on your profile? Yeah, that does. So I've got 22 accuracy right now, which means I've got 102% chance of powering a Frost Giant if I were to use it. It's time for one of the best characters, yes sir. It's hard to find specific questions like that on old forums. Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, it does add, which is quite nice.
Rats are not known for courage and heart and mercy. Rats only speak of hunger and sickness and death. Does that give you comfort down here, alone, in the dark?
Not quite. Just basically tells me what I already knew about our lead designer. Remember, kids, one of the lead designers for this game called Trading Through the Bazaar, an open market between players, exploiting. Yes, sir. Not the guy I keep ragging on, though. Reading those screenshots actually hurt my head. Yeah, I don't know what he thinks he's doing. It do not make sense. Wish that was a nice jewel. I don't know. Once I actually get some crafting quests done, I'll be able to craft some jewels. Assuming I have like titanium and stuff. I know I need that. Let me see. How much of that do I have? How much of that does Daphne have to her name? Titanium. S. Refined frost flowers apparently. S. T7. I think I can make one jewel with that.
Go back, Spellbinder. Go back, Wizard. Go back. This path only ends in misery. Either I will slay you, or you will unlock the vaulted doors and be annihilated.
Those are just reskins of Triceratops from Azteca. Yeah, but at least they look cool. You can tell there was at least some effort put in for this reskin here. It is 2 Earthquake Gaming minions, though. There are 2 Earthquake Gaming mobs. So, not real excited for that. Yep, there it is. Stun Gaming. How annoying is making an AdSense account? I was able to do it in like less than a day. It's most of what it takes is, or most of the time it takes rather, is just getting approved, and like you're a shoe-in pretty much. As long as you don't have any like strikes or any of that, it's very easy to get approved. Yeah, well, I guess I'm stunned, so I'm sitting here with my dick in my hand. You know, I actually don't have as much health as I thought I did. Definitely not going to Blade when they have pips, though, that's for sure. Just kidding. I'll use a 35, why not? How much health do you have? 38, 55, yeah. To be honest, I might just send the hit. Oh yeah, I definitely want to. Well, it depends on how many pips he has. If he has 5, then I'll Blade again. If he has 6, then I'm definitely going to send a hit. On today's episode of Will He Pip Fail? He will not. If it doesn't kill, I have another Blade. I don't think you fight after this fight. It's just walk to the spider. Yeah, it is. So we are good from here. Yeah, we're totally fine.
Go back.
Reveal the secrets of the black hole. What could possibly go wrong?
A moment. The light is hard on these poor eyes. I have not tasted fresh air in a long, long time.
I sure hope we didn't just unleash the main villain of the next story arc. That would suck. To claim money, do I have to give them my bank info, or can I just link a PayPal? I think you can just link a PayPal. It's obviously, you know, been 11 months since I've done it, but I think it's pretty easy. Level 60, is it better to just rock the Dragonspire gear, or should I go for Waterworks? Definitely the Dragonspire gear. You get a lot more damage out of it, and then if you craft the Winter Tusk hat, you can, like, that's where you can get some crit.
I am Old Cobb, and I owe you a tremendous debt. You are here to stop the Shadow Queen. Good. I will help you. I know the old ways and lost secrets of the Hive.
You see? Old Captain Coleridge did not steer you wrong. I told you we had to go down as far as we could go.
Before we can go up, and up we shall go. Captain, lead on.
Before we do that, I'm going to go train my pet. To this day, one of the coolest cinematics in the game. It is very well done. It is definitely very well done. Alright, does that give more XP? Not quite, but at least it still gives the same. Okay. Sounds like a guy who got his heart ripped out by his wife for buying his kid McDonald's. Yeah. That does sound about right. That does sound about right. I hope I don't need too much agave nectar. I know that you have to get some for Azteca crafting. But I think the chrysalis crafting quest is relatively easy. So we have that going for us. How many crowns did you get from the free crowns code today? I redeemed it on 8 accounts, got 500 every single time. To absolutely nobody's surprise.
In here, yes? Yes?
Yes, inside.
Well, I'll keep the feints on me just for the moment. We got a lot of XP from this quest. That's a little far-fetched. Shark Fury's gonna be mouse there. You think so?
Wizard, duel the savage Goliaths, but do not hurt them too badly. We need to recover some of their true essence.
Where are you? Okay, well, fortunately, I know from experience that he gives me an extra power pip. So, like, that's his little buff. So, basically, I can just blade and kill. Blade 1 and kill. So as long as they don't earthquake on the first round, we're good to go. So far, so good. And okay, we are home free. What's up, Bad Pumper? Welcome to the chat. I got 500 crowns, used it to buy a Power 4 and got the Storm Wand. That's a dub. Gotta have that Eye Worm build. Do you have a max storm damage build on your ice? With like 235 and all that? You probably can't get a lot of pierce, but you get the idea.
Now, use the true essence on the mutation chamber and watch.
You take the true essence you collected and add it to the mutation chamber. It is almost, but not quite, thoroughly unpleasant. There's a crackle of power. It feels like life and myth and shadow all intertwined. And then...
What? Where? Who? How? Why?
Hush, little bee. You are free of the shadow web. Return to your queen and be at peace.
What's up, guys? Can't stay long, but just wanted to say I love your videos. Thank you for making awesome content. Merry Christmas to you too, Magic Fire Productions. Thanks for coming through. Bristles already? How long have you quested on this wizard? This is the next to last episode of the 3rd season, so it's been a while. February of this year is when I started on it. I've taken some breaks, but yeah.
Morgant's tendrils run deep. I was afraid I might not be able to pull that off. With your heart and my wisdom, wizard, we may be able to shape the foundations of the Shadow Palace and the Umbra Legion. We must travel up higher, back to the warp and the weft, the center of all things. There is a small cavern there, the Recluse Chamber, a place of contemplation and focus. We need the spinner crystals inside.
I will lead the way, I will.
103. Probably the last time I level up in this world, if I had to guess. 60k crown for exist reward does not exist. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't think I've ever gotten more than 750 before. I saw somebody got 10k, but I mean 10k is 10k. Yeah, I'm gonna be just shy of getting this pet to Mega. But who knows, maybe I'll be able to get it there by the end of the stream just through questing. Because we're going to be in 2014 out of 2125, so I think it's doable. The Recluse Chamber. Alright. I am really hoping this pet that I keep training up gets spell defying, because that would be an extra 6 resist, and I kind of need that for my solos. Dude, if Cravenly or Ghost Dog were fire instead of life and death, I'd actually have a chance, because I have a setup that runs 100% resist to fire, and I still have like 50 damage with it. It's kind of mental.
I came in here to get away from it all. Who are all of you? A wizard, a rat, and a hooded stranger walk into the Recluse Chamber. Sounds like a setup to a bad joke.
Could just be me, but this place looks a little bit familiar, doesn't it? Just a thought. Just a little thought. Yeah, I don't think I would give away more than 1,000 for free. Yeah, I mean, nothing would surprise me. Thank you for the sub. And whoever. Man, I really need to, like, increase my... Okay. I'll get this one. I'll make sure of it. Keep my eyes up. Who subscribed this time around? It was... Magic Fire Productions. Hell yeah. Glad I actually got to see that. That's just what I need to start doing. I need to start full screening my stream preview. That's how I'll see. Very close to 20k HP. Her first move was to bubble, so... W quick life though. Yeah, farming for the Chrysalis gear is going to be a pain in the neck. I don't know when I'm going to do a farming stream, but it'll probably be this week. Unless I'm not subscribed and I've been watching it for months now. Never a bad time to hit the button. You know what I mean? Whenever someone subs, I hear the beginning of everything I am. I actually use the first note from Runaway for my sub sound. Because it's something that I know will get my attention no matter what. Gotta win the best PvP creator in HJJ's contest. Dude, I'll keep it buck. I'm against a guy who is like 20 times bigger than me. And somebody who's like 20 times better than me. So, I don't know how that's gonna look for me. Legion Shield. Alright, unfortunately we're prepared for that. We have plenty more buffs. Many people farm Chrysalis Cancer just for King Artists are rough. Yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna go for it, to be honest. Lover 911. Yes, sir. Would Silent Outpost be considered Croc or its own separate world? I consider it an expansion of Croc. Kind of like how Winter Tusk is for Grizzleheim. Still the 51k for a shield, not bad. W bail.
Ouch! The joke's on me!
Yep, L dance. And I can also finally put something in here. You really and truly love to see that. Thank you for the sub again. Big W's.
With these crystals, I unweave the spells that tangled up your spirit, Captain. I remove the shadow on your heart. And I free you of your service. Go forth, live your own life, and be gone from here.
Free? Truly? The mariner whose eye is bright, whose beard with age is hoar, is gone.
Yep, see you later. Thank you, Do-Rag Lover, for the sub. Alright.
He will live a natural life now, to make of it what he will. And it gives me a mote of my power back. You must open the way of Ungul. Go into the Tower of the Weft. You will encounter trapdoor spiders throughout. Collect their bristles. With them we can open the web gate and head up to the Palace of Fangs.
Myself. I didn't even realize that. But I guess that's what I have now that I put the jewel in. Probably won't need all this extra stuff. Although, of course, they are myth mobs, so... Let's roll the dice, team. You gotta do Nightmare Team Up stream to celebrate? Oh, God. You're gonna give him PTSD with that? I'd rather do it go to stream because at least I don't lose brain cells. Yup. You gotta farm Tabulance for the Pip deck, or are you still going for the Darkmoor deck? I actually kind of want to see how long the rest of the Hive takes. And then from there I will see... Because we still have a little bit left to go. And that's a lot of losses between here and the end. But maybe I'll farm Tamulus a little bit. If some of y'all get on. I would like to get the Darkmoor deck, but I mean, it's just the moats. That's the biggest roadblock right there. W stun. Loki would be interested in doing it, but I don't want to be that one guy that streams during Goda. Yeah, I feel that, like, totally. You do a speedrun walkthrough to celebrate that 1K? That's the guess. Okay, I gave me an extra character slot. I would literally do a 24-hour Obvious Questing stream. No troll. Bro. I don't even know what I would do if I got another character slot. Keep it a buck.
You scratch the bristles along the web as old Cobb directs. The vibrations cause the web to twitch and withdraw.
Okay, yeah, we're going up here, that's right.
Palace of Fangs, where they take baby spiders and train them to be deadly gladiators and skinners. It also holds the Night Orb Chamber, where we must pause for a respite. Deal with the Arachna skinners, or else we will be overrun by the rest of the hive. The long climb taxed me more than I expected. I will await you here.
Go to first chamber. It's honestly not that much left.
Spellbinder! We thought you were trapped in the pit of despair! When we're done with you, you'll wish you were!
Chris Gold, yes sir. Love to see that.
We have failed you, Shadow Queen! Scurry! Scurry! Scurry away!
Damn. You almost feel bad for him sometimes.
The Skinners seem to have lost some of their vigor. It has been a considerable time since I have walked amongst them. I can sense a treasure in the next chamber. The Arachna gladiators long sought this secret, and Morganth gave it to them. This is a forge for shadow energy, where it is hammered and folded into a physical edge. Enter the chamber of the Shadow Smith and deal with the guards. With luck, the smith will be receptive to our cause.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we are looking at a longer episode.
The Shadow Queen has many weapons, and I am one of them!
Oh, I bet you do think you're important, don't you? So we are on quest Shadowsmith. Which is the, if I can ever find it, Shadowsmith 263rd quest. So technically there's not a lot more, but there's multiple bosses between here and there.
Well, the smith is yours, but the Shadow Queen will destroy you all.
Who are you? I am Azelia the Arms Master. Long have I been forced to craft weapons for the most noble and cruel Arachna. Of late, the Magi have insisted I fold in strange magic from the Shadow Web to create instruments of deadly beauty. It is dangerous work, but I do not mind smithing for a cause I believe in.
Do I even have, like... Okay, well, I don't really have much that's useful.
This weapon crafter may be of help in our campaign. The Arachna gladiators channel some of the Shadow Web into the Night Orb Chamber for their martial training and shadow weapons. We must take this power back from them. Go into the Night Orb Chamber and claim its namesake jewel. Defeat whomever you must.
And there is a tougher boss coming up shortly.
No, it cannot be you. How did you make it so far? I sense great magic in you. This is going to be rough.
Oh, at least he knows. Here's the second guy. There we go. Yep, there's 2 Ifrits. I should still be able to kill if I just use every blade in Feint. They are fire, so they'll boost me naturally. Got a little bit of crack left for the stream? Perfect. Welcome, people.
Done. Take the Night Orb.
Not so fast, little duelist. I've heard many stories of you. Trained by the pompous Diego, student of Merle Ambrose. Adept of shadow magic, conqueror of warlords. Ha! Let's put it to the test, shall we? If you win, you get the Night Orb. If I win, I'll take your head.
Alright, how many Ra's do you think we're going to see this fight? Place your bets. Well, nothing yet, at least. That's good. Probably gonna get lucky. I hope so. Nathaniel's predicting 4. So eventually he's going to use his cheat, is that right? Every 4th round, yeah, that's probably coming up next. If I have to empower, then I will. Alright, so... yeah, that'll at least help with some of the damage. I think I'll be able to hit this next turn and be fine. At least can't samurai, which is helpful. Given that he doesn't have balance pips. Although he could Sabertooth, which would be bad, actually. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, 0 Ra's really is crazy. I was expecting at least 1.
Bah! Better and faster than I expected. You win this round. Take the Night Orb. I'll prepare for our next encounter.
Oh, we got some good spell elements out of that, so that's good. Granted, I mean, it's gonna take forever to actually use them for anything, but there's to get enough.
I did not expect Morganth to mount such strong resistance. It appears she still has many cards to play. Now, let us see the Night Orb. The Night Orb is a drop of shadow magic, frozen in physical form. It is night and dark and chaos you can hold in your hand. The Night Orb is a conduit to the shadow web. On its own, it could give an individual the gift of shadow magic without study. But we can instead embed it here to allow others to tap into the river of magic. Wizard, use the Night Orb to make the Fountain of Night flow. Then
You hold the Night Orb up toward the fountain. There's a tremendous rush of wind and energy. You sense, see, taste, hear, smell, and feel power being pulled from the immense shadow web and pooling here.
well done. Any who wish to study the ebb and flow of shadow can study here and can drink deep of its depths. It will take generations for the shadow web to be drained of its reservoir, but the Arachna Magi no longer hold all the cards.
Food for thought.
The Fountain of Night lets me craft you a new style of weapon. Before now, only the Shadow Queen's elite had access to my arms. I believe I am the first in the spiral to craft this kind of magic. You need it for your crusade to tear down the Shadow Queen. However, in return, you must find any Mantis tributes that are in the hive and release them. Agreed? Thank you. Take this weapon, now steeped in shadow. Look in the city of Sardonyx if you ever need to find me again.
A fine weapon. It could be a help in the upcoming battles, for many of your foes will be well versed in shadow magic. It took Morganth many years of study to learn shadow magic, and she quickly surpassed the spider magi who taught her. Still, she was reluctant to share what she had learned, until her power bloomed with the infusion of a great rush of death magic. Now that Morganth is saturated with power, she hands it out easily to any who might defeat you. You should be honored. It is time to turn our attention to the House of the Magi, where the true and powerful Arachna elders dwell. Spiders are tricky by nature. Be on guard. We must engage the Arachna gladiators who defend the noble Magi in order to gain entry.
High school best streamer. That's what's up, Tommy. Ballin' today. Had to run up another episode of What's on a Budget for the People. Alright, did I get all the cards out? I did not, but it's fine. Raw gaming did not happen. Paid actors. Yeah. I slept Umbra at 20, you know. Been dealing with a lot of Raw and Ifrit this episode.
You have only earned yourself entry to a host of horrors.
Right. House of the Magi.
This is the House of the Magi, where the Elder Spider folk spin their plots and practice their magic. Nothing is safe here, and while I would never say all Arachna are wicked, these may be the worst of the lot. You must clean out the cobwebs to press ahead. Deal with the spider adepts who cling to their dark vision like nymphs clinging to their mother's wings.
Solo galleries tonight or uninstall? I think I'd rather uninstall. I need to get my crafting up, make that ring, and then figure some more out.
You cannot come into this sacred place. We will eat your eyes.
My eyes don't taste that good. Keep it a buck. I got fucked the gallery so many times on my balance to team up. Yeah, soloing that is going to be a big pain. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft the ring from Sardonyx that gives me an extra 17 resist to life. So that way I can at least deal with some of what Cravenly is doing. As long as it doesn't happen again next turn, we're fine. Just realized that when I did those streams, I was under 200 subs. Come a long way. That's really what's up. Big dubs out here. You have 11 pips. Surely you want to hit me a little harder? Okay. There we go. Earthquake Gaming. This is what, 7 times it's happened now? In this episode?
You may have beaten us, but we are the least in the House of the Magi.
But yeah, I got a plan for the galleries. Just got to actually get my crafting up first and get this pet to Mega and hope it gets defined.
They are indeed the least. Now for something greater. The reflection chamber lies before you. While it may sound serene and contemplative, it is anything but. It is a chamber of deception. You will find the Mantis tributes that Azelia spoke of. Do your best with them, but ideals are hard to fight.
I can't believe it took them that long to buff Ice Giant. Yeah, it took them, you know... when did it get added? 2009? It took them 15 years. Something like that.
Embrace the shadow and the dark heart at the center of your core. You know you are stronger than a bee or a mouse. You know you are more clever than a thousand-legger and more willful than a scorpion. You need to clutch onto those feelings with your raptorial claws and be ready to fulfill the Shadow Queen's every whim. We seem to have a visitor. Demonstrate what you have learned. Kill the wizard!
You should not be here. Die for the Magus!
But yeah, it took 15 years for it to do actual damage. I think that's insane. And on top of that, 4 of those years it spent in a nerfed state for some reason. So, I guess. Yeah, they even nerfed it. It's 475 before it got nerfed to 460, which was totally stupid to me. I never understood why they did that. Pretty sure we're supposed to be able to kill. 3 feints is 3 feints. Yeah, I've got to get enough multiplier. I'm not gonna lie, I'm putting Ice as least one school in the game, but I haven't played post buff. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the least fun. But it's definitely good at solo.
We are beaten, but the Shadow Queen shall never die.
Strike one of us down and 2 more shall rise to take our place! No, wait, that's someone else.
When do you think Wiz coming out for console? I can't wait any longer. Matthew. I have bad news. It's going to be at least another year. I'm gonna be so for real. They're taking their sweet time with it. I wish they would have announced it, you know, next year, closer to the actual release date, but no, they're working on it right now, and we know how long it takes them to do that.
Many only wish to hear what they already believe. Still, there is hope for some. You will see more of this unwavering belief in the Metastasis Chamber. Enter it, but be prepared for what you may find.
Never think it's gonna be death because Crow, no risk, gets hella boring. Yeah, that's also fair. Because Death is, like, by far the best solo school. Like, a Death could solo Dark Porter without really having to use much of a brain. Just off of Crow alone.
As you enter the Metastasis Arch, know that you shed your old Mantis name in order to gain a new, powerful name. One that befits the Shadow Weaver you are becoming. Huh? You shouldn't be here. This is a delicate operation.
It's my turn in the spotlight. If I slay you, perhaps I will be transformed into a Shadow Weaver Lord.
This will be a good test of my newly acquired powers.
And yeah, you will also have to research your account, because for some reason, they're not doing any sort of crossplay. I had a video on this from the end of August, and yeah, the moment that I learned there was not going to be any crossplay was the moment I knew it was just doomed to fail. So, kind of sad reacts. Ice will always have my heart because it's my original school, but I sometimes wish I had Justin in the school to invest my time in. That's understandable. Ice definitely has been the neglected child for way too much of its history. We still don't have the accuracy that we deserve, and the devs have said that, so we're just out here. I chose Myth originally because I spammed through the quiz and didn't know it was ass at the time. Nah. Yeah, Myth was the real neglected child back in the day. I mean, he used Frog all the way up until Mr. Colossus must have really sucked. Yeah, these Mantis tributes sure love Ifrit a lot. I probably will empower, to be honest. You see Sauce's video where he was camping for KI, the exploiting situation? I mean, I saw that he made a video about that. Me personally, I don't really know if it's that controversial to be like, yo, don't exploit. But at the same time, it's really not that big a deal. Like, I didn't even make a video on it because, like, the devs, there was talk that the devs were going to give it the green light to keep those pets in the game. And I was like, yeah, it's really not that big of a situation if that's going to just end up being the case. I said it was because updates needed to get pre-approved and they wouldn't be able to do quick patches. Yeah, that's sort of the thing where it's like, if that was going to happen, maybe they should have made a blog post or something somewhere at some time, just to say like, oh, we want to do this and we have the resources to do this, but because of this, this, and this, it would suck if we did. That's how I wish they would have handled it.
The Shadow Queen take you, Lightbringer!
Now we'll never know who is best and who is who. Stars upon thars!
Spellbinder, is there a way to undo this terrible transformation?
It is time to fight Tamulus. Wherever he's at, I hope he's here. But maybe not.
We should press on. You wish to try to restore these poor lost souls? Perhaps, but you will need a potent venom that can strip them back to the core. Return to the Palace of Fangs and seek out the Chamber of Tamulus. He is perhaps the greatest scorpion warrior. Defeat him and take the venom from his stinger. Bring it back here. Wizard, this would be a terrible time to die.
So, Tamulus has about 18k. Loves V-Plague, I guess. Well, we can see how it goes. Yeah, apparently knows Catalan, but can't get Storm Pips, so that works. He does know Levy.
You should not have returned here, wizard. I am Tamulus, the greatest of scorpion champions. My venom will blister your skin and blind your eyes. Prepare for your death.
Well, I don't think it'll be too bad, at least. Okay, and then the most recent update, they gave a shitty OG Orthrus. Yeah, I mean, alright, and so it begins. But yeah, Toth seems like it's an okay spell. It's at least good to have it on a double hit like that. Improbable Gaze kind of was disappointing. I mean, if Fire was a better storm, imagine. I mean, those were better times for the game back in 2020-ish. Because they wanted to make Storm the crit school and Fire the damage school. And then completely threw crit off in the Caramel update. Because I don't know why. But one time, there we go. Pep deck drop first try. Imagine I do, and it's just like the square socket version. Hot take, 2020 was peak Wiz. I kind of agree. That was when the game was at its most fun to me. And all this Roshan nonsense. There were some spell elements, but they weren't like game breaking if you didn't have them. I'll go into Blade when he has 8 pips. Lemuria's when the game started to go downhill fast. Yeah, Lemuria itself I liked. But that update brought Roshan with it, so... Okay, that's 5 buffs. And it did 218. Perfect. I mean, sure, it gave him poison too, but... better to have that happen than... get smacked with a 5 buff hit. I also miss when you could just hop into the arena. Simpler times, for real. I just get the worst feeling that that minion is going to Ra. So I'm going to just go ahead and send the hit before we can get there. The OG troll spellman needs to come back. No, the hell it doesn't. That ruined Q for the like month or two that it was in. I have videos from back then where I made a Myth Ward pet. Specifically to stick it to those guys.
Ach, mein Stinger!
Well, I got the life one. But yeah, we'll probably farm. What I'm probably gonna do is I am going to solo the tree roots, and then the stream is going to be tree roots and Tamulus. That's going to be the wave. So I'll be expecting that.
Very well done. I am most pleased that you did not die. Use the stinger venom to unravel the Metastasis Arch. This will involve pain and effort. Important work always does. For once, though, the pain will not be yours to endure directly.
Is it too late to change my mind? I'm really not so sure about this.
Wait, the pain will pass.
Spellbinder. You should not have risked yourself for me and mine, but I cannot thank you enough.
Hot take, Rush Shame would fit nicely in PvE rather than PvP. It would also be a lot more useful there. That's a big thing. When they do Rush Shame PvE, we get the final fight from Novus. It's like when it's forced is when it's a problem. But if it's not forced, then it's okay. Like just having the spells, just like having real weakness counters would be so nice. So that way I wouldn't have to like all the Ras and Ifrits you've been seeing this episode. Like I could actually deal with those without having to empower.
She is correct, but such is life. You have done much to unravel the webs of the Spider Magi. You have hurt them in their inner sanctum. By breaking their control of the Shadow Web and proving their transformations can be undone, you have made them fear. Worse for them, Morganth is in her own looking-glass world. She cares not for the brief little dramas of the Hive or Sardonyx. The Magi are in a blind panic. If you break their spirit, they will open the Way of Night, leading you to the Shadow Palace. Enter the Chamber of the Orb Weavers and duel Archmagus Lorcan and the Elder Magi. I will do what I can to aid you.
Definitely gonna have to throw in a Shrike for this. These minions are fire.
So now I see with mine own eyes the last final hope of the fifth column. You, this, are what the burrowers have rallied around. You tiny, weak, pitiful wretch. You are what has been a burr to the great and terrible Shadow Queen. We have groomed her to be the deadliest wizard in the spiral. Every card she casts can shatter mountains and burn seas. Even should you somehow defeat us, you must face the Dark Woman in her place of absolute power, the Shadow Palace.
So it shall be. The children of light and shadow, the children of prophecy, shall duel and decide the fate of the spiral.
Who is this that accompanies you? No, it cannot be. Destroy the wizard! Destroy them both for the honor of the Shadow Queen!
I swear after a Liam stream, there's a 90% chance I see a crash out in community, and I can't blame him. This game is ass. Yeah, this game is very ass. It really and truly be like that. They said, what's a Marnath? Bruh. Who trying to farm Archmagus Lorcan right now? Yeah, bro. A bunch of y'all had the exact same idea. Y'all are crazy with it. Archmagus Lorcan pulled a Heather is crazy work. One thing I wanted to say, people don't like the rank system when they just want a higher win rate to brag about. I know rank is a title and whatnot, but as someone who's trying to get into PvE. Well, because Warlord is very hard to get at the moment. That's been a whole thing. What's up, Mia B? Welcome to the chat. If I have to use that, then I can, but we'll see what they use. Technically, I could just kill him with a mammoth if I wanted to, and then the minions would just immolate themselves. Impressive how much you need to go through to achieve it. Yeah, that's kind of what it boils down to. It's like, getting Warlord is so impressive right now because the rank system is so bad. Like people make fun of Liam and all that for saying the game's chalked, but it really is kind of sad that you can lose 4 matches worth of rank in one game. It's like, say you're a fire, for example, and you beat a death, you beat an ice, you beat, like, I don't know, a life, sure, I mean, unlikely, but sure, we'll say that, and then you also beat a myth, and then in your 5th match, after you gain, let's say, 22 rank from those 4 games, you go against a myth who is 200, or not a myth, but you go against a storm, rather, who is 200 rank below you, and you play perfectly, they misplay here and there, but ultimately the matchup favors the storm by 60 points, and they are able to win with like 400 health left. And that's just how the match ends, because the game just sucks. You call Cogulus hot chocolate, the boiler, yup. Yeah, it's also not a great idea to go to Pave, I will say that. I'm excited to be on the raids right now, but it's been over a month of prep. Yeah, that's a whole thing with the barrier to entry. It's always a pain to see that. I've been thinking of getting into PvP in a while. I haven't even done anything PvP since 2014. That was way before Gambits and stuff. It is worse than you could imagine right now. Let me be so for real. I'd rather eat 3-day-old macaroni salad from a deli than get into PvP. Still watch it though. Yeah, it's a lot more fun to watch than it is to play, that's what I'll say. I've really done PvP back in the day. We do tournaments, and those were really fun to do. Yeah, I mean, they were fun. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill them right now. I just feel like it. I'm pretty sure the minions will impale themselves to death anyway. But yeah, the tournaments, they were fun. It's just now, it's not as inclusive. It's like tournaments were how they were going to revive it, and then they, like, screwed it up entirely. I still have not set foot in a tournament yet, for that reason. Another reason to get into PvP's content, yeah. The only reason I'm thinking about getting into PvP is because I'm bored of farming and badge hunting. There's going to be a lot more of that before you're ready to get into PvP, I'll say that. As sad as that is. $38, $35. Do you think I killed him in Shrike? I'm not sure. But honestly, interested in PvP is cool stitch gear as well as a reason to max wizards. Yeah, I would agree with that. Can you don't? Okay, he didn't. It is still quad 600. They paid back in 2020, getting ready to jump back into it now. Almost done with spell elements, and it's unfortunately raids. Yeah. It's like you need so many spell elements. It's like, Mia, what school do you think you wanted to PvP on? Because I can give you some pointers, but ultimately it's going to be a lot of work, no matter how you cut it. I got one of them. %, lash, baby. Yeah, if he doesn't immolate himself, then we have a problem. But I'm gonna wait till we get to like 10 pips before I worry about that. Any gold key boss or beastman's elements? Just doing tier 2. Yeah, beastman you can get away with tier 2. You don't really need a lot of those, fortunately, unless you're ice. Mainly play death, but if I wanted DP, then I would want to try storm. Storm is honestly pretty lore spell heavy. You'll use a lot of Catalans. You'll use a lot of catches in the day. Storm Owl is really, really strong, and it's nice to have that max tiered. I don't, but it helps. And then, what else is there? Yeah, I don't know, but you're definitely going to want a lot of spellments. There's things like Triton, although I guess you could use Triton TCs. Hits in general are just kind of what you really need. Death, I think, would be easier to get into with. Marginally, at least. Yeah, if I didn't have that Ifrit on me, I could totally kill him right now, but I do, so. I was thinking to not die. I thought he was going to immolate himself a while ago, but he didn't. Right now, have a good rest of your stream. See you later, Blaine. Good to have you. Should get him now. Wasted your balance, you don't have to worry about Beastman's elements because they all suck for balance, yeah. Getting a death up there too, there's too much. Yeah. The meat moon spells, like Dream Golem can be kinda nice. But I mean the counters are real strong right now. That's the main thing.
We must open the way of night. The Shadow Queen awaits you in her full glory. Once you fall, we will wipe your name from the spiral.
Well fought. With the Spider Magi Elders broken, the Umbra Legion will soon shatter. Chrysalis will be free. Save for the Shadow Queen, of course. Hurry now, through the way of night.
Well, how about that? 2 hours in. And it looks as though the end of the episode is upon us. I know we're having a good conversation, but definitely join my Discord if you want to chat some more about all this. Yeah, and the spell elements. Headless is a problem if you're trying to do death. But personally, I don't use it too much, although it can be very, very helpful in some situations. Here we are, y'all. The Shadow Palace. It has been a long time coming. Looks like this guy swept all the reagents, but... oh, man.
And here we stand on the edge of shadow. The Spider Magi built this palace for their chosen queen long ago. But Morganth has refined and reshaped it in her image. The enormous weight of energy Morganth released in Azteca threatened to crush her, so she built an arcane brace to support it. It takes the form of a great tree, her Bartleby, of course. Moros watches and waits for her to master the Psalm of Creation. Face Moros the Doom Tree and force him to bridge the way to the Shadow Palace, or else we cannot continue on.
Well, that will be saved for episode 20. Simultaneous stream, not quite. Although, I guess if you want to get on, we could probably run it a little bit. I can get my storm back out, but it would be nice to get the deck at some point. But for the time being, that is going to wrap up this episode. We still got 25 people here, so it's kind of tough, but yeah, regardless, I don't know when the next actual episode of this is going to be. It could very well be a while before then, but there'll be farming streams. You know, I'm gonna try and get my gear in order. Of course, I'm gonna try and farm the true bosses for the wand, and then once I get that, once I get like a good wand and a good deck, I'm going to try to get the galleries gear, because that is what I plan on using for the foreseeable future. So that is the plan going forward. But for now, thank you all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more, and I will see y'all later.